Yeah, I fuck with rap tumbado.
Okay.
I fuck with that. I like the tempo they use. I like that they. I mean, those fools know how to rap. You know,
Yeah.
like Spanish rap. That's they're whole nother monsters. They're just like the flows that they pick out. It's like Eminem back in the '90s, but like
Yeah.
way better in Spanish.
Yeah, it's different, bro. It's like I don't know. It's like, but the beats itself, the beats is a lot of samples or like a lot of horns or fucking.
But is it like is rap drums or not?
It's like super slow, like
yeah,
like super fat too.
Yeah,
yeah, bro.
Okay. Like
they
mechanical.
I
don't know about mechanical.
Mechanical?
Nah.
What do you mean?
Like
no, I said like are they like mechanical, like big, like?
Oh no! They're just fat, boomed up.
The biggest
up,
kick you can find.
Beefed up ass boom bap drums.
Is there bass or is it one of those where the kick is just so big that's the bass?
The bass knocks too.
Oh, fire!
You gotta put Donnie on, bro. You gotta put him on to some shit.
Yeah, I'm sure he's played it.
I played a couple.
And I'm like,
before.
I'm sure I was like, whoa. I find it hard to go away from my play what I usually go. Because Spotify, you just have like a daily mix. I'm like, yeah, I like these people. And
yeah, same.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what I like.
Yeah. Or I fuck with the DJ, the AI.
Dude,
shit.
that shit tripped me out the first time. Oh, did you put me onto that?
Did it say your name?
Dude, it started, I'm DJ X. And I'm like, what the fuck is this, bro?
Who the fuck is DJ X, bro? Like, why you?
Like, we're going to take you back to 2019. I was like,
what the fuck?
Yeah. He's like, this is what you were listening to in the summer of 2019. And he plays some deep cut shit. I was like, whoa.
Bro, DJ X.
It's an AI voice too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But he said my name, bro.
Really?
No, when I first played DJ X, he said my fucking name.
Your legal name?
What's up, Rob? He was like, I'm DJ X. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Bro, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, man.
I couldn't believe it, bro. I was tripping. I was like, damn, this is weird. Like, wait.
That is weird.
You know
AI
what I mean?
shit. We'll talk about AI. That'll be the first thing we talk about.
Nice.
You want to do intro? I want to do intro.
Go ahead.
All right. Welcome back to the SlowBurnHour. I'm your host, Donnie Blue. To my left is your other host, Mage Monroe.
What it do?
Today, our guest is a very special guest we've known, I think, almost since the beginning of our music career, creating music, publishing music. He's one of the first people to ever give us tips, mixing. I think he mixed our first real project. At that point, I was mainly producer role, and Mage here had his first album. I think it was his first album, and we were like, well, he's breaking it down to me, and I don't even know how we came across this man right here, but we did, and he mixed that album, and we were just, at this point, we went through a lot of, maybe 3 engineers, because we didn't know shit yet, and we're like, I mean, it sounds cool, but it's not really it's not right. But we came to this guy right here, and he made the mix. We were like, mine was blown when he mixed this stuff. Mm-hmm. Today's guest is 209's finest, Dubtown Rob.
Sheesh. What's happening with my brothers, though?
What it do, man?
It's been a long time.
How you doing?
We in here now.
We're in here,
I'm on the SlowBurnHour, baby.
You made it. You can tell your mom now.
Man. Rest in peace, my mom.
Rest in peace. She knows she's looking at him. She's saying, wow, look at him go.
Definitely.
On the SlowBurnHour.
Definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But this is a special moment for me to be here, man. It's
yeah?
Yeah, I'm serious. You know what I mean?
Thank you,
Are
man.
we disclosing the original name of the Slowburn
I think
crew?
we've said it before.
Oh, you said it before.
Yeah.
You could go ahead.
Yeah.
The epidemic?
The epidemics, dude.
epidemics.
With the
Bringing the sickness.
That's wild, bro.
IYKYK.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah, man. That's a long time.
Look,
You know,
man.
shout out Mac G. He's
Shout
the
out to
one who
Mac G.
gave us that name. You know, he
shout
was
out.
like, we just don't like we don't know. You know, we just fucking we're just like, okay, we're gonna do it, but we don't have anything around it.
Yeah.
And then Mac's like, the epidemics.
I think there needs to be an alter ego.
We bring back the
in future.
epidemics?
Yeah. No, I'm serious.
That's crazy.
Maybe somebody else could do it.
Damn.
I'm so moved on from
Dude,
the people that we were.
Yeah.
Like even just like last year,
I don't
you know.
think about it. No, just kidding.
Even just last year, but to even go back to the before we rebranded into Slowburn, before I rebranded like 3 times into my current image I am right now.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I've moved way past that
Gotcha.
to even like it's a memory. I am able to go back to it and be like, wow, look, we did that. We learned from it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that we learned there that was like, wow, that was like, we didn't know shit.
Yeah.
But like now it's just all different. I'm still grateful for all the moments that name brought us, you know, meeting all the beautiful people that was around in our corner, including you.
Yeah.
You know, just like he was saying, like you was there from the jump, like from the moment that we started. For some reason, I don't know. I don't know either. I don't know how the fuck we found you, but
we just ended up in his
fucking room.
In his room,
I'm
talking about the vision of his album.
I'm trying to think. Was it through?
Trav?
Was it through? Nah,
because we met Trav through him though.
Oh, really?
Was it through? Was it through Freddie?
Nah, we didn't know. We barely met Freddie a couple years ago.
Yeah, I didn't really know Freddie. I don't know how the fuck it happened.
I think it had to have just been you was the one doing your shit.
Yeah,
you was the one doing your shit. That's it. That's all it came down to is like we seen you on the gram. We seen you doing your thing.
Yeah.
We seen you on. I wasn't on Facebook as much, but I had older people in my family, and I seen you from their Facebooks, you know.
Dope.
And even just from the beginning, like I didn't know no type of rappers or nothing like that, you know. Of course,
the high school rappers.
Yeah, high school. Of course, the ones that like, you know, before even we started, before even the high school era of us, like there was no like I couldn't really pinpoint anybody around my area. I can pinpoint around my area. They was on some other type of shit.
Yeah.
You know, on some gangbanging, on some op music, and that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. You know, go ahead, do your thing. But it wasn't like anything that it was like I could listen to and be like inspired or anything like that. You know, be able to be like, oh, I can rap, you know. To me, it was just like it looks like you just gangbang and rap then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So seeing you being able to do different, it wasn't no gangbang. Shit. Like, of course, you grew up in the area, you grew up in your environment. We all grew up in the same area, you know. It doesn't. If we're gonna see shit, we're gonna be around shit. If you're not the one going through it, your homies are the ones going through it. If you're not the one getting into jams, your homies is.
Yeah.
So you know you're in the thick of it, regardless of how you live and how you don't.
Yeah, it's real shit.
That was beautifully said, man.
Yeah, that was poetic.
Dude, fuck, dude. I get an applause break for that one.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Now, I vividly remember driving through Winton and seeing you film a video right there by Super A and Metro PCS.
What?
I wasn't there.
Metro PCS, that dollar store right there.
Yeah.
That little dollar store right there.
Yeah.
And then the Metro PCS and Super A. You were right there shooting a video, just doing your thing. And I was like, that's the dude from fucking, that's the guy.
What the fuck?
And like seeing that, I was just in my mom's whip, like just passing by. And I'm like seeing that, I was just like, wow, like you could do it.
Dope.
You can. So it's not a stretch to say that inspiration to even start picking it up and wanting to be comfortable with it comes from that moment right there.
Definitely,
Damn,
man.
bro. That's damn.
Yeah, man.
That's great.
A lot of inspiration from Dubtown Rob here, man. Rob.
Thank you guys.
It was great to see. The Real One Radio days were very fun.
Yeah, we coming back.
Hey,
we coming back.
The community needs it, man.
You know, I took a year off. It's crazy because it feels like hell long that I wasn't doing it, but it's only been like a year and
what?
A year,
it feels longer than that.
Like a year and a half, maybe.
Okay.
I think it's been like a year and a half. But I really just needed to refocus.
Yeah.
I was questioning like a rebrand, but I felt like everything that we had built up around it was like already established. So I just needed to get my money right. You know what I'm saying? That's all what it boiled down to.
Yeah.
I needed to get my money right. I needed to get my head right, and I needed to like regain my focus. And I felt like, even though, doing something that I love, right, helping artists, like it made me feel purposeful. But I was like, what am I doing to help myself? You know what I mean? And like I said, not taking nothing away from anybody, but I felt like I was doing more for others than I was doing for me. So I had to refocus and, you know what I'm saying, get back to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And figure out, all right, well, if I want to do this, I got to have more money. And to get more money, I got to do X, Y, Z. And And then, you know what I'm saying, that just led to me being on a hiatus. But really, like I was saying earlier, man, it's just I think we as artists, I don't know if you guys can relate, but for me, at the point that I'm in my life now, compared to like, you know, like you were saying earlier, like compared to 10 years ago, you know what I'm saying? It's totally different. It's like totally different. It's more on some getting money shit and more on focusing on like taking care of my family. But at the same time, still wanting to create. Cause you know what I mean? Shout out my boy SG, man. He broke it down to me like we're men, right? We're men, we create. And when we're not creating, we don't feel that we're being productive. And if we don't feel like we're being productive, then we get wrapped in our head and it's like a mental health fucking awareness and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's something like that. So if we don't feel that, we feel to a certain degree like inadequate. And that's where I was on the verge of I was on the verge of feeling inadequate to myself, to my family, to my community. And I didn't like that, the way that I felt. So I was like, you know what? I got to take a step back. But, you know, I'm a hustler, man. I've been a hustler since I was young. You know what I'm saying? Like I built shit from the ground up and had fucking world famous fucking platinum artists promoting my shit without me doing anything, bro. Like it's just blessings from God. And I feel like I built that shit up to a point to where it's like, how could we not fuck with it? You know what I mean? And like, not even on no bragging shit, but it's just really shit that I've done that just shocks the fuck out of me. You know what I'm saying? To be real, like I don't build it up to that intention. I just build it and it just goes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just been really blessed, really fortunate. You know what I mean? So like I said, creation is key to me. And I feel like now that I have a renewed mind frame and a newfound passion, that I could really fucking do some damage. I just need to get
to it.
Yeah, I just need to get to it. It's that procrastination, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Man, I hate it. I do all the time. It's annoying. I was like, I know I have to edit this podcast. I have 3 days to edit it. Let me edit it 6 hours before I have to.
Pretty much.
Oh, man.
And that's the thing, is like that procrastination is killer. But I feel like if we like set goals for ourselves, all right, boom, I want to make this shit happen in 3 days, right? Boom, we knock it out in a day and a half. And then we feel like, damn, okay, I was going to do that in 3 days. Now I have another day and I have to do some other shit. You know what I mean? Or something similar.
It's like time management.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand the concept of that before.
Before
I mean, I
hiatus
did.
Type of thing?
Yeah, before the hiatus. I mean, I did understand the purpose of time management and the value in it. But I just got too comfortable in like not, all right, yeah, I'm gonna do a show today and then fucking, you know what I'm saying? And then what's the end goal of doing that show? You know what I mean? But I figured out the goal and I figured out the I guess the roadmap, right? And
What's the goal, if you don't mind me asking?
the goal is to become like the hub, right? Like the resource center. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like the resource center, like, oh, what do you need? What do you we got this, we got in-house this, in-house that. And just whatever an artist may need, that's where they go. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I feel like now at this point, with taking that hiatus, I feel like I could be able to swing that. You know what I mean? Because meeting new people, networking with new people, when as before, it wasn't really it wasn't something I was focused on. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? It was like helping people, but what am I doing for myself? And now I got myself right. I got myself in alignment. And, you know, now I feel like I could just go back and kill it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do. I want to be able to make a move and see where it comes and hopefully inspire You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The next fucking Slowburncrew. You know what I mean? Or whoever
We'll
they
fight
may be.
them. No, just kidding. Nah, that's inspirational,
You know what I
man.
mean?
Because I feel you remind me of a conversation that whenever we have shows and it's just us and it's a drive, we usually go to like Sacramento or the Bay Area. It's always a drive. Right? You got to drive to get to these shows. And on the way back, it's always like, damn, we did that shit. It was just like, what the fuck is going on? It's kind of surreal.
Right.
And then at one point, I was getting in my head about it. And I was talking to him. I was like, but what are we doing? Like, what's the point here? And I was just like going, you just fucking juke yourself out in your own brain, overthinking your purpose and shit. So I was like, what's the point? We're just going to keep doing shows? And he's like, yeah, I don't remember. I think I was just going on a tangent, like running myself for no reason.
Yeah.
Making myself go insane. But at the end, it was like, oh, I just need to calm down, bro. Calm down. Yeah. One step at a time. Take your time. This is where you're at right now. You can do shows, so let's keep doing shows and just keep getting better at it, and we'll just move on when we can move on.
Yeah.
But that's inspiring to hear, man. The going back into alignment thing, because a lot of it was like, oh, I don't have my shit together. That's why I'm spiraling in my other shit. So I had to get my shit together too. Yeah. So I relate to that.
Hell yeah.
What you're saying.
It's alignment, bro. It's
fucking alignment, dude. Get your fucking wheels aligned.
Yeah, you gotta get the chakras right, bro.
Get the chakra. You believe in chakras,
you know
dude?
What I'm saying? I believe in everything, bro.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's there's an existential. You know what I'm saying? It's God. It's a higher power, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's really a higher power that puts things in alignment, that puts things in place. Because, like I said, bro, I can't do this shit by myself. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? There's no possible way that I could create it and I could push it, you know, but I can only do so much. You know, there has to be a external force to power it. You know what I'm saying? And I really feel like everything I do, bro, is like it's just in alignment, bro. Like I just pray and I just like I focus on what I want and it just becomes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
But you're actually doing actions though to get to that point.
In a way, yeah, but not really. Not really. It's not to the point to where I'm like doing. Like I could do A and B and leave out C, and then it's just gonna take over, bro. Like it's literally to the point where starting some shit with no money, none, like zero, and then walking out like $2,500 in my pocket, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like how, like I don't know. Like how, bro? Like how does that even with no incidents, no crazy shit, like no, you know, it's just everything just aligns. You know what I mean? And I feel like when you have yourself in alignment, everything just lines up like how it's supposed to. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's where I'm at right now. Just like in alignment. Like my fucking steering, you know, when your shit's out of alignment and your steering wheel's like turns by itself and shit. That's where I was, bro. Like it was like just going on a fucking path to nowhere. Yeah. You know? But it's just that refocus. When I was gonna say that, in those moments of, like you said, driving yourself insane, right? In those moments of insanity, you have those moments of clarity though, believe it or not. Because that constant thinking, your brain is like dredging up new fucking ways to explore how to do things. You know what I mean? Like, how can we get here? Yeah. Or how could we do this and this? You know what I mean? And I just feel like that's.
I agree, because I think it was I think what caused that was like, how do we expand from here? Like I was like, at that point I couldn't see the bigger picture. Yeah. But I see it now.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of bigger pictures, dude, how do you feel about AI in music? We were talking about that earlier. Let's see. AI beat making, right? That Drake shit that he did with AI Tupac.
That shit is trash.
That was trash. Yeah.
And the reason that I know it's trash is because fucking Tupac's estate sued him or some shit.
I didn't even listen to
over
it.
Yeah, I listened
Did you
to
listen
it.
Yeah, it was like it was if anything, when I listened to it, I was just like I see what you try to do. I see what you tried to do, you know.
Yeah.
That's like when the corny fool at school tries to get you on some corny shit, and it's just like,
Nah.
all right,
Yeah.
all right, you still suck,
Yeah.
you know, but it's
Like-
cool, you know, like
Man.
I
like
mean,
you thought, but it's
Credit
cool.
for thinking of it.
Yeah, like that's strategic thinking that you thought that getting Tupac to diss Kendrick would be like that's like and Snoop too, right?
Yeah.
Diss
Yeah.
Snoop. So like
I prayed it was the
like
edibles.
like kudos to thinking about it, but it just didn't go.
Yeah.
It just
did not.
It just didn't. But it also you know it's like also seeing there's positive. I'll still try to spread positivity without negativity as well. So Drake's a good songwriter, you know. Otherwise, it was Snoop Dogg and Tupac lyrics, you know, just with the AI shit. Like he's a good songwriter, but just a corny move in general, in my opinion.
Yeah, because it wasn't like I grew up on Pac. Shit,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and
it's
it
different.
wasn't true to life.
It's different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I listened to it and it wasn't like, oh yeah, that's some shit Pac would say. Like Pac wouldn't even never say that, bro. Like it just how you gonna like you talking about some shit that Pac wasn't even on, bro.
Yeah, I don't think Pac would be fucking with Drake.
Nah, I don't think so either. I think I fuck with DMX tough too, and I feel like DMX was onto something when he said like,
I hate Drake.
yeah, when
The whole
he said I
tangent
hate
on-
Drake, bro,
yeah.
when he was on the Breakfast Club or whatever the fuck he was on, and he was like, you know what I mean? I don't fuck with Drake. You know what I mean? Like he
I don't
was
like
just
Drake. I don't like the way he raps.
Yeah.
He's like the whole thing.
Yeah, bro. Like he, like you know, and it's not even about spreading no negativity. It's just about being real as an artist. I feel like we're really in a sport. You know what I mean? This shit is really a sport. You know, not everybody could do it, and not everybody is able to do it. And people that think they could do it, they have a lot to learn. You know what I'm saying? Not just like as far as lyricism or writing or penmanship, nothing like that. It's just about the ups and downs of what comes into this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not what it's cracked up to be.
Hell
You know
no.
what I mean? You could really have some heights and you could really have some depths. You know what I'm saying?
It goes quick, dude.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
up and then you're back.
Yeah.
To where you were.
Yep. I've seen that shit firsthand, bro. Like it's like, damn, weren't you just on fucking, you know, weren't you just on tour? You know what I mean? Like, weren't you just touring in another state, bro? And now what the fuck happened?
It's over.
Oh, I ran out of money, bro. I was paying for the tour. Damn, I didn't know you had to pay for this shit. I thought people paid you.
Shit.
Nope.
Eventually, maybe, hopefully.
But even though knowing that before I came into it, I still wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Just because I love it. You know what I'm saying? And it is music. One of my first albums that I ever did, I have a shirt on that says "I am music," and I'm standing like on M Street or some shit, and all the cars are like going by, and I put like a couple verses like inside the album, so if you look really close, you can see like the verses they're inside the picture. And at that moment, I felt like I was like 18, 19, and I felt like I was hungry. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's the first time you ever told me that I inspired you to do that shit. And I think I was filming a video for that, possibly, for that project. Maybe not though. Depends how old you were.
Shit, I was young.
Okay.
I was like, maybe this is like, let's give the age range 12 to 13, 14. 12, 14.
What year though?
That's
2012 or 2014 from those years.
Oh yeah, that was probably it. Yeah, I was probably working on that one.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
you were probably right there shooting with SG.
Yeah, maybe. I think that might have been it. Yeah, but I just, you know, it's It's wild. Some wild shit. But I think AI is gonna destroy us, bro. I think AI is gonna destroy.
Like ultimately, as humans.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
okay.
sure,
I thought we were
dude.
still on the music. I
No,
just wanna-
Music, it can't touch music.
I was gonna say
Musically too.
no,
Musically
because it's not gonna be able to emulate the feeling of a human. Like,
Not
it's
yet.
It's too,
Right.
it's too.
Go ahead,
It's
yeah.
too. It's too perfect. It's too perfect to emulate a real human emotions like that. You know. At least now, I don't know. You know, you say in the future. I mean, fucking 100,000 years from now, from where we're not even existing.
Right.
You know, they might. That's the brink of it. Like,
Could
nope,
be-
you can't tell between a human and AI.
Because look, here's the thing. Are you done with your point?
Go ahead.
Okay. They're the Suno, right? You heard of Suno? Basically AI beat makers.
Sooner, oh yeah.
Rappers go in there to say what type of beat they want.
Yeah.
So basically, all AI still is on a training model. So they just hear a whole bunch of beats and they replicate. Oh, like okay, they use these scales and use these notes in order. But they've already Suno was stealing beats already. It's like literally putting famous producers' tags in the beats because they think, oh, this is like, this is what the people like.
Yeah.
This beat is like in a lot of hits in this type of genre, so we're gonna put fucking London on the track on the fucking beat, an
No
AI
shit.
beat, and it ends up they just stole a beat from him.
That's
from
crazy.
online, like from years ago, and they just use the same formula. Anyways, but I agree that they will get good enough to emulate human emotion. I mean, everything on the DAW is us making a computer emulate human emotion.
Right.
But I think this is my point. This is my perspective. No matter how good AI will be, I think there will always be people that appreciate human art more than AI art.
True.
No matter what, even when AI gets hella good and you can't be able to tell, there's going to be people who are like, I don't fuck with it because it's AI. Just because it's AI,
Yeah.
I'm going to support this guy because I know it's a fucking guy.
It's a guy. There's a soul behind it. There's no
Yeah.
soul behind the AI and whatnot.
I think the future is people. I think in the future, people's handmade things will be more valuable as things become more automated and AI digital. Yeah. So I think like a wooden table, handcrafted, is going to be worth way more than a I mean, it already is now, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean. As time goes on and more jobs are replaced by AI and shit.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I think.
You're right.
Yeah. Would you use an AI beat? Would you like program a beat, or you like I know enough dope producers that I'm
Yeah,
just
I know
gonna-
enough. I'm sitting next to two.
This
You
feels
know what I'm
crazy,
saying?
yeah.
I'm sitting next to two right now. And just like, yeah, enough fucking producers, bro, that I don't need that shit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I would never. I mean, I experimented, and I'm not afraid to say that shit. Like I experimented by
Yeah.
going on to having like AI write a verse, and I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Like
Yeah.
this shit is trash, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's not even like you said, it's not even conveying the element of
Like you can tell it's trying to.
yeah.
You can tell. Like
Yeah.
like it's only pulling information from everywhere, you know? It's like it's not pulling information from here.
Right.
You can tell that it's trying to, and you can give it as many specific orders as you want, but it's not there yet.
Yeah. I put some shit into Chat GPT and it was like, rope a dope, fucking rope a dope, jump the rope, fucking.
Oh man.
I use AI for beat making though, because there's
Yeah.
a thing called La La AI,
Okay.
and it's well basically I mean MPC has it now too, MPC stems, and there's another one called Serato. You put a song in, and it'll split the stems to like a song
Oh.
off
dope.
of MP3. So you can take out the drums, the bass, the vocals, so you can only flip one part. Or if you
Nice.
want to segment out your beat. So I use it for that.
That's
I
dope.
do use AI.
Yeah. I
for
mean,
my
there's
beats.
no shame in it.
No, it's
It's like I use the fucking
analytically, man. Why not use something that already has all the information? Why
Yeah.
would you not
Yeah.
use something that has literally like you can ask Google or you can ask AI, and AI is probably gonna give you the answer you want better than Google.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Google has AI now too.
Oh yeah, it does.
It's
Every time you search,
implemented
every time you search it now,
Hey,
that's the
that-
first thing that
the
pops up. Is
Gemini
the AI
shit.
one.
You know
Yeah,
what though? I follow this guy on Instagram. He does music theory.
Mm-hmm.
He just teaches people chords, and he was testing AI with music chords and like all the notation and stuff. It doesn't fucking understand it at all. Just straight
crazy.
fucking bullshits. He's like, this doesn't even fucking make sense, and he like breaks it down. He like, this is how you build this chord. This is how it's telling me to build. This isn't even a chord. Like,
Yeah. That's.
so
Yeah.
they're just like, I think AI is just making shit up right now.
AI's reaching for shit.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, bro. Like,
It'll get better though.
yeah. And I do feel like it could be the demise of the music industry. I really do. Just because more people are going to start using it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the DLC, right? The DLC is going to use AI to
for his voice
to bring his voice back.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a lot of people that are like older rappers, right? Like Dre or whatever. They don't sound as young as they used to.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna use that AI shit to make themselves sound young again.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the character is in their older voice.
Eminem just did it.
No way.
On the music to be murdered by, I think it is.
Really?
Or the Death
Oh,
of Slim
wait,
Shady.
he rapped against himself.
Death of Slim Shady. Yeah, he just did it.
But that's fire though.
So, yeah, but see, you fuck with it though.
Yeah, it did.
So it's gonna be these established artists using AI
Mm-hmm.
to sell it to us, right?
Right.
They're going to manipulate people by saying like, oh yeah, well, oh boy, fucking Eminem uses it, so why can't I use it? And
Yeah.
people are still gonna fuck with it. It's just like anything, bro. Like in the 2000s or fucking whatever the fuck, oh boy has fucking a platinum chain, or a fucking spinning chain. So I'm gonna go get a spinning chain or whatever the fuck was popular at the time. You know what I mean? It's that thing. It's that thing once you put it in the pop culture fucking atmosphere, it just becomes. You know what I mean?
They've tried to launch some AI artists where they don't exist. They're purely digital characters.
Yeah.
And the raps are AI. Oh, no. It was a real artist, but the character of the artist, how some artists are like, all right, this is who you are. This is how you present yourself to mostly pop artists, right?
Yeah.
And they try to do it with the rapper. It's like an AI character, and he like communicates like fucking selfie videos and all that.
Yeah.
But it's a real artist writing and recording for them. But all the music videos are graphic, like what I'm talking about, like a cartoon.
Oh, okay.
We don't have no idea who the real guy is, but that shit flopped. Anyways,
I'm AI.
I believe it.
Me too.
Oh my God.
I knew it. I fucking knew it from the jump. I fucking knew it.
I'm created by AI, bro.
Aren't we all, dude?
Yeah, for real.
But that reminds me though, because the legacy artists though, it's a whole different fucking era right now, dude. With just artists, I think, because those artists, that's like they were in a whole different world when they were popping. They were straight factory, like they had a whole machine behind them of labels and shit pushing their albums, and that's because they were all new. Right now, everything's so saturated, but I think it's a good thing in my perspective. The legacy artists, they're legacy artists. They're never gonna die. Like no matter what, Eminem is not gonna fade away from rap culture. Do you think so? Like Snoop Dogg is gonna eventually.
Snoop Dogg's like watered down as fuck, bro. He's not murder was the case, Snoop Dogg.
No, but he's gonna have fans like, oh, it's Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, still.
It's gonna, shit, it's Snoop Dogg.
I agree with you, because Snoop Dogg is also his own entity. That's like the most famous motherfucker ever. He's in everything.
Oh shit, it's Dr. Dre. Just because like I guess the people get older.
The nostalgia.
The nostalgia. They run off nostalgia now, right? But like for us, I feel it's just completely different. Like they didn't have this. They weren't doing this shit. Eminem was not making. No. It was just whatever.
Interviews though.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
MTV,
but it wasn't. I guess Eminem was kind of loose with it.
Yeah, Eminem,
but that's why Eminem was so attractive, right? He was so like, fuck it, I'm just be me.
And old boy too, Nardwuar.
Oh, Nardwuar, he had them in deep interviews.
Yeah, he put that shit into the atmosphere.
That's true.
Like tough. Like he was like damn near the first like podcaster type person to do that shit over there in Canada.
Like personal interviews type of stuff.
Yeah, and then it just kind of like spread it over here to the US. But do I feel like I eventually it's gonna those artists are gonna fade away, bro. Not fade away in the sense of like nobody's gonna fuck with them no more or listen to them or enjoy them, because like I still enjoy Tupac, but once that artist is not coming out with no new shit, it's like Nipsey Hussle, bro. Like I fucking love Nipsey Hussle, but once that artist is not coming out with no new shit no more, it's like, all right, who can I find that's new, that's still active? You know what I mean? And now I'm, what I'm saying, I'm listening to like Big X the Plug or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
But it's not like like he still has millions of listeners.
Yeah, of course.
You know, like these people aren't gonna stop listening to Snoop Dogg like fucking
Nah.
back in their prime.
Oh yeah, no.
You know,
Nah. But I do think it'll die off and somebody else will come. But if you notice the music industry, right? If you guys watch wrestling?
I don't watch wrestling.
Nah.
Did you ever watch wrestling?
Never.
Maybe a little bit.
Okay. So you know how right? It would be like a fucking big ass build up, right?
Yeah.
To this fucking match, and it's like The Rock and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And Hulk Hogan's from the old school, 80s era wrestling. He's old, bro. And then The Rock is like a newer generation, right? Fucking trying to do something for the new generation. And then fucking The Rock beats Hulk Hogan, and now The Rock's up. Like he puts The Rock on. The music industry is the exact same way. You can equate that shit to the music industry by like seeing how The Game put on fucking Nipsey and Kendrick on their first tour. You know what I mean? Or how at the fucking I think it's Kendrick's first show or some shit, like Corrupt and Snoop and all these people were around Kendrick and Dre and they're like crowning him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they put him on. They put him in that spot in order to go.
Yeah.
You know? And the equation that I got off of that was like somebody's gonna die. It's gonna become like sort of irrelevant. You know what I mean? In the modern, and then whoever's up, they're gonna have that person that's irrelevant. They're still gonna have their support and their push. So we don't need no labels because the older artists are fucking pushing the newer artists.
Right.
And essentially they gain the fame off that. You know what I'm saying?
But even because Kendrick, I wonder how much of that was orchestrated. Obviously, it's a show.
Yeah.
So they obviously like, okay, we're gonna fucking. Maybe Kendrick didn't know, but like they were like, all right, we're gonna fucking crown Kendrick the king of the West Coast tonight.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Kendrick's reaction was authentic. He was in tears and shit.
Oh yeah.
But
it's just even if he did know, it's
a big weight, huh? It's like whoa, like
yeah.
It's like whoa.
Even if I could tell you guys like, all right, I'm gonna throw you guys a birthday party. And then you just know it's going to be a birthday party.
Yeah.
But then when you get here, it's like fucking balloons everywhere and everybody you've ever known in your whole life and your whole family's here. And then you're like, oh, fuck. I'm crying now because I just thought it was going to be a birthday party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing of maybe he knew like, all right, tonight we're going to, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We're going to crown you the new king of the West Coast. Oh, shit. All right, cool. Kendrick's like, oh, that sounds like a great time. You know what I'm saying? But not knowing the magnitude. And then once you feel the energy of the audience and just the energy of the people surrounding you and the magnitude of that moment is just so fucking overwhelming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're brought to tears as Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? I would assume.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I mean, you got me thinking, right? Because we've talked about this when the whole beef was happening of the big three, and in my opinion, there isn't one anymore. It's just Kendrick. He just fucking annihilated all of them.
Obliterated.
It's just all right. When he said it was Big Me, he was real about that shit, and he proved it.
Yeah.
And to me, I feel like, and I don't know, shit. It's just me pondering on the current situation, but I feel like artists like Drake and Cole and even the big artists now don't feel. Maybe because I'm older and I didn't grow up with them, but they don't feel big like Kendrick to me.
Run that by me one more time.
Like, I mean, who's the big artist now? I mean, Big X the Plug is big right now.
Big X the Plug is dope.
And Travis. Travis
Scott.
Travis probably the only one I could think of like big like that. Like
Playboy
big.
Cardi.
Cardi's big too.
But to me, it feels like everybody has like their little segment.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like, oh shit, Cole is like, oh, Cole's everybody. Like most people know about J. Cole, you know?
Yeah.
So I wonder like if it's gonna be more of we just like culminate our little segment of people over here. Maybe. And everybody just gets their pockets of people. Because even the big artists, I see them a lot because they're in ads and shit. Mm-hmm. But I see them more than I hear them. But I don't know. Maybe that's just because I'm also in my bubble of what I listen to.
Yeah,
too.
that's true.
I'm just thinking, dude. I don't know where this is going.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking out loud.
It's hard to tell where it's gonna go because I feel like even in like 2010, right, when Lil Wayne was like fucking no ceilings and like everybody wanted to have dreadlocks and fucking you know, get hella high and like everybody was just on that mode. You know what I mean? And then it kind of faded away and then Drake came in the picture. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne did the transition to Drake to become the next up. Like, there's always the transition. So that's the thing. There has to be a
like Kendrick has to say, this is the next
power
guy.
shift. Yeah.
Because I guess my point is like superstars. I'm like, who's the next one? Because everybody feels like everyone's dope. That's big right now. They're good, but I'm like, but they don't feel like a Kendrick.
Who's the next superstar?
Yeah, like, oh shit, fucking.
Well, Kendrick's gonna put on his people.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Kendrick is a superstar. Like,
Yeah.
he's the superstar of now.
That's why I'm like, is there more? Is there, like, I don't see artists being like hella fucking big like that.
Damn, that's
Like,
a really
like
good-
they're big, right? They're
Yeah.
very popular. But
Yeah.
to me, and that just might be my perspective, but they don't feel like, to me, when I see them, I'm like, oh, they're cool. Like, they're really good. But I don't feel like, oh, there's like this fucking aura, like magnitude of them. Like when you hear To Pimp a Butterfly, it's like, oh shit, this is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, listen to it on vinyl.
I haven't, have you?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
that was one of the first ones I did get on vinyl, just because. I don't know. I was like for me, it was inspirational. Just alone, that was always my, like, I liked Good Kid, Mad City, but To Pimp a Butterfly was very poetic to me. You know,
Expanded my horizons
Yeah.
in music in general.
I really loved the jazz influences and whatnot. It was probably one of my first introductions to Kendrick too. You know, because I came to Kendrick late. I heard his songs when he was popping. Like, I heard the Swimming Pools. I heard the ADHD.
Yeah.
I heard the Rigor Mortis, but I just wasn't trying to hear that at the time, you know?
Yeah.
Like-
Who were you fucking with?
Man, I was a little old head, bro. I was fucking with 90s rap.
Oh, okay.
I was
Okay.
fucking with, I was like, get that new shit out of here, bro. Play some of this NWA, bro. I want to hear some Pete Rock and CL Smooth. If you
Okay.
ain't playing Wu-Tang or Biggie, I don't want to hear that.
Got you. So you were like really staying,
Really obnoxious about it.
but you're staying true to the culture essentially.
Yeah. But I was also closed off to a lot of new hip hop dudes. Like, I didn't get to experience the Kendrick wave right at the beginning because you
Yeah.
know, everybody says like, oh, he was the one to, you know, and obviously now
No,
proving
yeah.
now the point, he is the one. He's a fucking superstar right now.
Yeah.
And then everybody that blog era of everybody coming up that same time, that's like I didn't hear none of that because I just associated new garbage.
Yeah.
Well, I used to stay on top of I feel like this is a little too low. I used to stay on top of new music. I used to stay on top of new music tough, like 2018 to. You're good. Yeah. Thank you, bro. Like 20, not 2018. I'm tripping. 2012. Like 2012, I listened to Kendrick's first album and like played
Which one's
it.
that one?
Good Kid, Mad City.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And well, his first real
Section-
album is Section 80,
Section
yeah.
80, yeah.
But his debut album, like his on a major label. And I listened to it and I was like, damn, that shit is fucking crazy, bro. Like, he just brought the cinematics back, like everything that Dre did with the Chronic, you could tell it was super influenced. And like I had never heard an album like that, and I have yet to hear an album like that. You know what I mean? It was powerful.
Yeah.
I got you. I'll drop it.
Damn.
I'll stop holding it hostage. I'll drop it in the summer. I got
drop
you.
drop it. So that's the thing. What I'm saying is like, it has to be, everything has to be right. You have to have that push. You have to have the vibe. Like, everything just has to
Do
come.
you think people
together.
feel rushed because of the culture right now? It's just like pow, pow, pow,
Yeah.
pow.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I think so.
everything feels like a compilation album. Like
Yeah.
they're just rapping
Yeah.
the same song, and then they know one of these is gonna hit
Yeah.
online or something,
Yeah.
and it does.
It does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they get paid.
Yeah.
I think that's a big reason of it. They get paid.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck it, just keep doing this and get paid.
And it's just about numbers. It's a numbers game now. You know what I'm saying? And it's totally watered down the culture. There's no rap is just like so taken for granted. You know what I mean?
It's not respected as much as it was in the beginning because now it's really just like you see a lot of these interviews. A lot of these guys are just like, I'm just here rapping, man. I'm just here rapping.
Yeah.
Like I don't know about it. I'm just rapping, you know. And that's just like it wasn't like that in the like you look back to old interviews and everybody had a piece. Everybody had to say something about what the state of hip hop was, you know. But like, no.
Yeah.
From like there, you could really tell that the culture was embedded from the fucking childhood that they were in, and leaking through their interviews, their personality, everything about them was hip hop, and that slowly just started fading away. Now everybody's kind of like, hey, we just gain money right here.
Yeah. And I've talked to people, bro, that are like 5 years younger than me. You know what I mean? Like 5, 6 years younger than me, 10 years younger than me, and they're like, nah, we don't really listen to rap. You know what I mean? We listen to like EDM or fucking like what else?
Country?
Like country.
That's
country
crazy. It's
shit.
crazy to me that rap is also. I mean, we did go from like the biggest genre, and then we had our start thing for a minute, but like slowly, it just like everybody just started going back to like rock and country and pop music.
Yeah.
It's still the biggest genre right now, but not because of it's like breakthrough.
Nah.
It's just like it's the biggest genre because of what we were talking about.
The effect on the culture.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like when you're like in the early 90s, like I wasn't even able to see that movement, but it was very like it was very centered on activism and like do your own shit, you know what I'm saying? Like fuck everybody what everybody else is doing, like do you be proud of who you are, you know what I'm saying? All that type of wave, right? And then slowly it mitigated into like a fucking like gangster fucking culture with death row shit and like and then it got out of that kind of, and then it went like to the, I feel like it went to the south, or it went to the East Coast, and it was like more East Coast influence, like with Common and shit like that, and then like it went to the south, like everything just went south, and it's just been there. You know what I'm
It's been
saying?
there.
It has just been there with Future, with fucking all these artists that are in Florida and Atlanta and or Georgia rather, and like all these states that have just like they've really devalued the state of music, I think.
But only on a popular level. I mean, underground, there's so many great music being released.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh my God, it's crazy underground.
And
even here, 209.
Oh, yeah.
There's great underground music.
yeah, definitely. I've heard it.
Yeah.
I've witnessed it. And like doing Real One Radio, like that shit was so fucking impactful to me, because I'm like, I'm hearing this new shit that's like, this needs to be on like today. Like put this shit on today, bro. Like this shit needs to be everywhere. Like DeMonte, like I still fucking play DeMonte. Like there's a bunch of different artists that I fuck with from the show still, that are still in my rotation to this day. And I follow them, you know what I mean? But yeah, I just feel like rap's just like to the south. That's why I push so fucking hard for Kendrick, because he's from the West, and it's like
He's making it cool to be from the West again.
yeah, he's the
He
West
is.
savior.
For a
bro.
minute, it was looking bad for us. Not like, no, I mean, not to say out of only seeing what I've seen. I can't speak on everything else behind me. I'm not looking behind me at the moment. Like what I've seen is just like, damn, like they're not fucking with the West. They don't like how we rap. They don't like our beats.
Yeah.
Dude, I wasn't aware of this. I love West Coast music. This will put me on the West Coast music, and I was just enamored by it, right? The fucking drum grooves we choose, the flows we're doing. I was just like, I love West Coast music. And then when he told me that people hate the West Coast, I'm like, why?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought everybody loved the West Coast. And then he told me, and I started seeing it, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
That made me sad, kind of. I was like, damn, you guys don't even know what you're missing out. But I guess they don't get it. I don't know.
well,
What do you think?
they don't. They don't understand it, and it stems from like the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like we're really the West Coast is very diverse though.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But majority of it stems from street fucking music, and yeah, I can see that people not fucking with the
Geography as well, man. Like, we don't live on the east. It's not cold as fuck all the time. It's not cloudy. We don't have rats everywhere. Fucking, it's not. It's
well,
no disrespect. I'm literally just.
Go to LA. That's different.
I guess so. You know that. I mean,
Downtown.
we do got different shit, but you know, the East Coast aesthetic is like. I get why y'all rap like that. I get why it's like,
It's grimy.
make it a,
Yeah,
you know.
grimy.
I get it.
I love East Coast
I get
too,
it.
though.
Yeah, East Coast shit.
And then like, you know, like we're over here, it's sunny. We got palm trees and shit, beaches and bad bitches.
Yeah.
Like, what is there to fire ass weed? What is there to be mad about?
Yeah.
You know, unless we're gangbanging, then we'll get mad. You know, that's
Yeah.
the other thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, beautiful place to be broke.
Yeah, a beautiful place to get, but don't let the palm trees fool you though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it get nasty. It get nasty.
You can really get robbed out here.
Yeah, they'll get you. Yeah, you'll
I've
get
been
robbed.
robbed twice.
Palm trees.
What?
Yeah.
Why? How?
Just one, they broke into my car and stole my bag, and then one time I left my bag outside my car and they stole it while I was outside.
Damn.
Lost the camera that way.
Damn.
Yeah, it's sad.
That's fucked.
It's all good, you know.
It's a bounce back. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's
all good.
the come up, baby.
Yeah, I love being from here, man.
So do I, man. I feel like it's it really just inspires me to wanna like experience new shit. Because even though I'm from here, like I haven't seen half of what we have on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I've never been to like Washington or Oregon. I've never been to like Utah. Like I want to
Dude,
go.
I
see
heard
that
Utah
shit.
is crazy. Like
Really?
the views, like
No
it's just
shit.
beautiful. I don't know. I saw a documentary about this mom that abused her kids right there, but they're doing B-roll of the mountains, and it was crazy. I was like, damn, that's just beautiful. It's a big Mormon place,
Oh,
though.
okay.
Yeah, so it's like hella structured.
They have like multiple wives and shit.
I don't know. I just know they care a lot about like.
Oh man, dude. That speaking of Mormons and shit, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
Sorry,
you know, you go ahead and finish your point. I'll get back to
It's
it.
just beautiful out there from what I seen, what I heard. Go ahead.
Man, you know, Mormons be trying to like, cause like some like I don't necessarily. I'm not Mormon. I don't have any Mormon friends.
Don't
so,
say.
So I can't, you know.
Really
But-
now.
Just in case anybody thought I was a Mormon, you know.
To all the Mormons out there,
To all the Mormons out there, hey man, keep doing your thing. I don't know what you do, but do it.
I don't think they do much. I think they just chill out for the most part.
There's like they like rules they gotta follow, right? You know,
Yeah.
and like they can't fuck, like necessarily they can't fuck. So like there's like life hacks around it. It's called soaking. They gotta fucking. They're like no, it's not fucking. He's just in me, and it's just like that's it. We're not doing nothing.
Like they,
The
you know,
bed-
even if they're married, they can't fuck.
Yeah, it's like shit like that. Like
What?
I'm like I'm not so 100% sure, but I just know that there's like rules like you can't like fuck like that. And, like you have to like if you fuck like it's like they try to go around and be like, oh, we're not fucking, we're soaking. He's just chilling in
if
here.
you're Mormon, jump in the comments. I need
Let us know,
I need
dude.
to see.
If you're a Mormon and you'd like to be on the podcast, I don't know if you're
Yeah.
allowed to be. I don't know if you're allowed to speak, but you can come. on.
You'll come here and you'll soak.
no,
you ain't gonna soak nothing.
Oh, man.
So yeah, so I was just so perplexed by the concept of soaking. It's just like, you know, like they're not fucking like
That's
like
crazy.
He's in. Nothing's happening. There's no thrusting, no nothing. If anything, the loopholes behind it is like, someone shake the bed. The bed's shaking. We're not doing anything.
What the crap?
I don't know, dude.
Yeah. Look at when you're on time. You're on time.
How do they create
I
a
don't know if I want
child?
to look that up.
How do they create?
Well, I'm pretty
offspring?
sure that's like a. I mean, they still get the job done.
There's a lot of them.
I still get the job done.
I don't know, dude.
I've never
That's
gotten the
crazy.
job done just laying there.
No,
Just laying there, bro.
I don't know, man. We got to get a Mormon on here.
Yeah, we have to.
We do.
We got to get a Mormon on here.
I'm tapping in.
Slowburn after hours.
Slowburn after hours, yeah.
Mormons need to come to the podcast. We need more Mormons on this show.
Do Mormons have the internet or no?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
I
okay.
get Mormons
I
confused
think we're confusing with
Amish.
Amish.
Yeah. I get Mormons.
I think they have a more freedom.
Mormon are like, cause like there's like they have social media and shit. You know,
Yeah,
like they're
you're
still
right.
doing stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a good chance there's a Mormon watching. So let us know, please.
Hey,
Yeah.
hit us up. Come through on the pod. Explain your soaking stories and everything.
We'll go to Utah. I'll finance the shit.
Yeah,
We'll take a trip to Utah.
I heard
Let's
it's
do it.
beautiful,
Just
man.
to find some Mormons. I'm with it, man. Let's do
Let's
it.
do interview Mormons in Utah.
Let's go.
Yeah?
Hey,
Are you
it's set
actually-
in stone right here. Let's put fucking hands in right here. Look, this
I'm
is
with
for
it.
this.
Like the fucking Power Rangers do?
We'll go soak with some Mormons.
Go
No,
smoking
no,
with
no.
Mormons
We'll
in
go,
Utah.
we'll go soak with Mormon bitches.
Oh man,
I'm down.
that's hilarious, man.
Cause then I could just say like we're not fucking, like it's not.
Soaking.
We're just
The bed was
soaking.
moving.
There's a historical research
Yeah, research purposes only.
for the culture.
Definitely for the culture. Definitely. That's interesting. I might have to
Yeah,
do some research
do
on
some
that.
research on that. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
man.
a life. Life is a funny motherfucker, man. It
is.
It's filled of beautiful struggles. It's filled of
So
beautiful upbringings. It's full of sucking. It's
I
full.
thought you said soaking.
He did. I just
He did.
I just reiterated.
Oh man.
You know, with all its ups and downs, how we were just talking, being in your head and being whatnot, whatever's in your environment, man. You've been through the beginning of your journey of hip hop. You've been to it now. Like you were able to you were able to see right in front of your eyes how it shifted into what it is now.
whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What was that to you? Like, does that feel like you
How
were,
many iterations of it have you witnessed, experienced?
Well, I was alive with Death Row Records, and I seen that kind of, sort of. I was young though. I was like 7,
Okay.
6 or 7.
You were still like
But I was in tune to all that shit. I've been in tune to music since I was 2 years old. Like I was
you
like,
remember that far?
I don't remember it,
how do you know that? No, I'm just
but I, yeah, it's been told to me by like more than like just my mom, like multiple family members. You know what I mean? Like I was like carrying around I do remember this part, like carrying around you know, the microphone with the cassette player. Well, it was a cassette player, and it had a like, microphone, and you could record on it. I used to record vocals, like just whatever, just bullshitting, and I remember that, and then I used to listen to a lot of music. I used to listen to a lot of fucking different music. You know what I mean? And I just loved it. And so all my life I grew up listening to music, and the different iterations that I've seen of culture is like with Death Row. I seen that when Pac died. It was like it really affected me, cause like funny story, I'm the biggest Tupac fan ever, right? And so I was like 5 years old, and Me Against the World just came out on cassette, and we didn't have a CD player. You know what I mean? We had an older car. Well, I guess it was a car of that era, and my mom, you know, your mom or your parent or a guardian or whatever the fuck, they had to go with you to buy the shit because you couldn't just go in there and buy it yourself. You know what I mean? So she went with me, and I picked out the tape that I wanted, and she bought it. Well, it turns out it was the explicit one. She thought she got the clean one,
Nice.
but she got the explicit one. So we're like on our way to LA, we're fucking bumping Me Against the World, and like it was just. That's the fucking next to Good Kid, Mad City, and the documentary. I could say like that's the one that's like, damn, this shit is like a fucking masterpiece. And it's like it was Tupac's favorite album. I found out later, but it became mine. You know what I mean? Like of his catalog, like that's my favorite album of his. I felt like it was so raw. It was before Death Row, and it was in between his. You know, coming off like Strictly from My Niggas or whatever. I think that was the last one that he did. And then Me Against the World dropped, and it was just in between. You could hear that vulnerability in him. You know what I mean? And he's getting ready to make that transition. But anyway, so I seen the Death Row shit, sort of, like its demise, and then onto that, I seen like coming into like the early 2000s. It was like more like pop shit, like still rap, but it was like more like pop shit,
like Nelly.
Yeah, Nelly, country grammar type shit. that type shit, and then it can like you guys are making me think too damn much, man.
I'm just curious.
Okay,
No, but like country grammar, real quick, I'll wrap it up. But I'm just trying to go through and figure out like I don't want to get my timelines fucked up. You know what I mean? So like I seen country grammar, and then I seen the iteration of that was like, and then it kind of, from what I can remember, like 2005, 4, 5, it kind of went into like the Game came out and he put the West back on, but then you still had like Houston, you still had like Mike Jones and fucking like whatever the fuck they were doing over there, you know what I mean, making an impact on the culture. And so it was just like weird shifts, and I could relate to what you said earlier about the segments, about the different segments, because that's how it seemed like it was. Now that I think back on it,
it was very regionalized back then.
Yeah, it was very regional, like, and then like of course like at the tail end of the 2000s, like you had like 2008, 2009, it was like Kanye shit was like really jumping, and then him and 50 had the battle. I don't know if you guys remember that
album,
shit.
Yeah, the album sales.
Album sale battle.
Yeah.
I bought the Graduation because fuck 50, bro.
Oh shit.
And I'm just being real.
Why is that? I want to know.
Just because 50, like from shit that I've seen and just like what I've seen with my own two eyes, he definitely always been like a clout chaser, bro. You know what I mean? But
I could see where you come from. Yeah.
Yeah, before they even coined that term, he was just like all about the clout, bro. Like, and it was just like, we need some real shit. You know what I mean? Like 50 he was created off somebody else's image. You know what I mean? The real 50 Cent was a gangster from New York. You know what I mean? Like he stole that, and it just wasn't real. It was fraudulent.
Okay.
And so I just felt like that.
And it wasn't where this.
It was trash, bro. It was like not good. And I read into all that shit. You know what I mean?
Like it's like Rick Ross.
Yeah, it's like Rick Ross.
Okay.
Yeah, Officer Ricky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you know what I mean? Like, so I fuck with Kanye. I was fucking with Kanye heavy about the Graduation album.
How crazy was that hearing first time?
Oh man, that was.
Is it like revolutionary shit?
Yeah. Yeah,
that's awesome.
It was incredible.
I remember hearing it too. I was like, what?
Not as good as Kendrick or Me Against the World.
No,
I wouldn't put it in that category. But it was dope.
He changed my view on music too with the album. Hearing the album,
the standout was Big Brother.
Oh yeah,
the standout for me.
I remember when I first heard it, it confused the fuck out of me. I'm like, Big Brother, Big. I was like, what's going on? I was a kid and shit. I was like, what the? I was trying to follow and I couldn't. Yeah. But I got it later. Yeah. How was the reaction to autotune in real time? What do you think? Do you remember that?
Yeah, with the reaction to autotune was I think it was cool. From what I remember, I wanted to emulate it, and I did. You know, just fucking around, and then we kind of like perfected it because we didn't have the fucking, obviously the most expensive equipment or anything like that.
Yeah.
So then we started fucking around with that, and then we kind of like got it and got it to sound right. But I liked it. You know what I mean? It's just like with AI. People thought it was weird, and people thought it was strange. Like, oh, it's not real music. It's robotic and whoa, whoa, whoa. But you know what I mean? They thought the same thing about Roger Troutman and fucking. And back in the 80s.
That's crazy to think about.
You know what I'm saying? So it's you can see it, bro. It's just, and you guys will see it like as you progress into this shit. It'll be AI, and then you know what I mean. Down the line, it'll be something else. You know what I mean? Like we'll be alive to see that shit. You know what I mean? And I think that's great. We're in really like a fucking crazy time right now. You know what I mean? It's wild. But autotune was dope. I loved it. I was very accepting of it. And then after that, fucking, it was just like a free for all. I think, and I think that's when it went to the South, and it got more. But I was, like, the Rick Ross shit came out, Officer Ricky and all that shit. But it kind of affected me. But then again, I was like, this nigga makes some dope ass music that I just wake up and I just feel like I'm a gangster
every day.
You know
I'm hustling,
like
hustling,
for
hustling,
real. I was listening to that fucking what was it 911? Oh, that 911. I'm in my 911. Yeah, that shit is crazy, bro. That shit is crazy. When you edit that shit, put that shit on the video, bro. The 911. That shit is wild, bro. But
I always loved his beat selection.
Yeah.
yeah, his beat selection is crazy.
I fuck with Ross.
But is he a cop? Yeah, I mean, he was a cop.
Yeah,
Maybach music.
yeah. I mean, iconic. But what do you think? So why is it that you fuck with Rick Ross but not 50 Cent? Is it the way he presents himself?
Yeah. And the culture seemed to be more accepting of Rick Ross
Oh, okay.
because of how he presented it. You know, maybe that could have been a lie for all we know. You know what I mean? Yeah, he was a CO, but then the way he stated it was like, yeah, you know what I mean? I was a CO, but I inferred myself like he's like delivering packs to people in prison system, or moving. He's moving some type of he's doing some type of illicit activity. You know what I mean? But he had to go through and it's smart. You know what I'm saying? It's smart. Oh, I'm gonna put my boy on like he don't have no criminal record. He's perfect candidate to do this. And let's go in and you fucking you're an agent, bro. Like you're gonna put on this persona and shake hands with these people but in reality of it, you're doing this because why would you leave that, bro? How much money are you making as a CO? COs make quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the only reason you would leave it is because that's not really you, or you're doing some shit and you got found out and then you got fired or whatever the fuck. I don't think it's ever really came out why he left or why he stopped.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's just like there's just a picture of him and like a report or something.
Yeah.
But what do you think? Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, but what I was saying is just that it was just more accepted. And with 50, it was fraudulent, you know?
How do you feel about the persona of it? How some people put on like a character, I guess, like that. Do you think you're fine with it? Like, whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do, or because
You
some people
see right through it.
It's all the show.
Yeah.
It's all the
Do
show.
you see right through it?
It's all the show, bro. It's all the show. Before the new inception of artists that we have that we were talking about, like Big X the Plug or whoever it may be, you know what I mean? There was artist development. There was A&Rs. You know what I'm saying? Artist and repertoire. That means like their charisma, their whole get down. You know what I mean? Like, who are you? You know what I mean? And it's not saying like I'm gonna put on a fake image. It's just taking who I am and amping it up a little bit. You know what I mean? It's just like an actor would. You know what I mean? And
a character,
a
caricature of yourself.
Yeah, because in reality, people want to see an extension of themselves. They don't want to look at pop culture and say like, "Oh yeah, that's me." I think that Kendrick could get away with that because, he is beloved by the people that grew up with him, that see him. Like I'm proud of Kendrick. I don't even know Kendrick. Kendrick doesn't even know who I am, bro. He doesn't even know that I exist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like when he did the Super Bowl shit, I was like really proud of that moment because I felt like, all right, he's putting a West on, like, and I fuck with this fool from, you know, like I thought Nipsey was gonna do that, you know, but you know what I mean. It didn't end up happening. But then Kendrick stepped in and he took off. He catapulted. But there's an image. I mean, even as like somebody like Nipsey, right? Gang member, right? A Crip. You know what I'm saying? Like in the image, you got like you're fucking in your blue Impala with a blue backdrop and like all blued out. Like, we don't know if he's going like that to grandma's fucking 75th birthday party. Like, you know what I'm saying? He might be. We don't know.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, it's a fine line. It's a fine line. Now, somebody like Lefty Gunplay, do I feel like that's a exaggerated image of who that individual is? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But do I think that's why he's where he's at? Yeah. Because people want to see that shit. People are nosy. They want to see what you're doing. They want to see like, why does that fool do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, people are. It's social engineering. It's social engineering, and once you figure out how to engineer society with whether it be who you are or what product you're presenting, whatever it may be. like that's how you fucking gain the edge.
Do you think that's the only way to do it? Because, I mean, we make our stuff, right? We're pretty branded heavy, but not in a way where we're like...
it's never a compromise for our
No.
inner
Yeah,
selves.
you know what I mean?
No.
So I guess I'm asking, is it possible? I'm sure it is.
Yeah, it's not the only way,
Yeah.
but it's
a different type of success.
it's
Like,
the long road. You know what I'm saying? It's the long road. Just put it that way. And what comes quick will leave quick. And what takes long will stay long. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at Larry June. Larry June's just a regular, or La Russell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to speak too much on Larry June because I'm not too familiar with his music. But from what I've heard, it's just regular ass music.
Yeah.
Like just talking about regular shit.
Yeah.
I more listened to La Russell, and I seen his growth. Not from the start, but I've kind of went back and I seen what he's done. And it's just organic.
Yeah.
And I could appreciate that. That's a rise. But do I feel like he's gonna get on Kendrick status as fast as Kendrick did it? Because if you figure Kendrick's like what 13, I think it took like about maybe 13 years for Kendrick to really. Now he's at the Super Bowl, but in reality he was doing like Rockefeller or some with the orchestra and shit like that, and like he was doing all this crazy shit before too. So it's just having that push, really.
Because he's even spoken, I mean, in his songs too. You like with Top Dog early days, you wait your turn.
Yeah.
Like first it was J-Rock, and he was saying how he was so excited.
Yeah.
It's like it's not him, but he made it, so we made it.
Exactly.
And he just had to wait his turn, basically.
Yep.
But Russell is cool too, because it's when he first kind of blew up on everyone's radar. I remember thinking, I'm like, he's dope. But now I hear him now, and he's gotten better. Like I noticed, like, oh shit, he's rapping better. It's not that he was whack before, but he's better now. So
Yeah,
it's just kind of
evolved.
It's crazy to think that when he blew up, so to speak, he wasn't even at his final form.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, it's inspiring to hear that.
And I think it's important to realize, like, when you're at your peak, maybe it's time to drop off and not do shit. Maybe it's time to step into the background a little bit. Like, you know, when you start having to, but it's a double-edged sword too. You know what I mean? Because Snoop, I fuck with Snoop heavy, but like, Snoop's not Snoop from when he first came out. He's evolved. You know what I mean? And over and over, right? Like we're talking about. But at a certain point, I think it's just time to be like, all right, I think I've evolved enough. I'm good where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now he's doing like kid shows and serials, and he's doing more of mogul shit, which is cool. But do I think that he needs to be on, fucking, with like a Spanish group or like a grupo or something like that? Nah, I don't think that's. Yeah. It's not necessary.
Yeah.
That's like reaching, bro. Like you're doing way too much to try to gain an audience that already fucks with you. You know what I mean? Everybody knows Snoop Dogg. You go to Mexico, they fucking love Snoop Dogg.
The most famous dude.
Yeah. So it's like, why would you need to do that if people already fuck with you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I guess he's just because he could, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
He
Who
wants
knows? You can ask him right now. Hey,
Let's call him.
we have
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop and 50 are here actually. They're
Snoop,
about to talk to you.
Snoop Dogg, let us know in the comments. We know you're listening. Why'd you do that?
Uncle Snoop. But yeah, that's nobody's ever asked me that question before. That's a great question. Thank you. Have I like the evolution of rap to what it is today? Like I said, it's just I feel like it's just been centered on the South heavily. So
Yeah, man.
How you feeling? Is that it?
Hey, man,
You got any
I'm
more
thinking
questions?
it's great, man. I learned a lot from our conversation today. It was dope. It was dope seeing you. It's been a minute since we've seen each other.
I feel like it's been a long time.
I can't stress enough how much of a help you've been to us from the start of our journey. Even till now, just being in our corner, you know, you mixing our albums.
He's our engineer, guys.
When you mix our albums
Yeah.
that we fucking put our blood, sweat, and tears into.
no AI shit.
No AI.
No
shit.
AI.
You're doing your very best to make sure that we come correct the
Yeah,
way that we
yeah.
need to be heard. And I forever appreciate you for every step of the way that you've had in
No
our
doubt.
journey.
No doubt. And I'm gonna continue to be here as long as you guys allow me to be. You know what I'm saying? I feel honored and privileged. I've told you guys before. You know what I mean? I'm honored and privileged. Every time you guys hit me, hey Rob, we need you to make. I'm like, damn, they fuck with me, bro. Like that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Because as a creative, it's like it's dope when other people want to fuck with you. You know what I mean? Just like when I was like rapping, like when people would want to jump on my shit, it's dope as fuck. You know what I mean? And I bet you guys feel the same way. Like, oh damn, they want to fuck with me. You know what I mean? Like that's cool. You know, or they want me on this show. That's good. You know what I mean? Like it makes you feel good. So I appreciate you guys for real.
Of course, man. Is there anything you want to plug real quick before you get up out of here?
Shit, just Real One Radio. You know what I'm saying? We coming back for 2025. Like I said, I had to take my hiatus, man, and I've done it. I've refocused, and I definitely want to come out and do something a little different with a twist this time. You know what I'm saying? Let's twist it up a little bit and do some different shit. But yeah, other than that, it's all love, man. It's, you know, God is good, and I just feel like he orchestrated the move here today. You know, it's been a long time coming, I feel. But I just want to say thank you guys, and I wish you guys much success, man. For real, for real.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well,
any more questions for me? Any last questions, like off the top?
Off the top, 3, 2, 1.
What's your favorite fucking food? Sorry.
Damn.
Damn. My favorite food is pizza.
Whoa.
Yeah. Hell
From
yeah.
where?
It has to be good pizza though.
What's a good pizza to you?
Do you think Little Oven in Merced is overrated or underrated?
I like Lover's Deli's pizza.
I haven't tried the pizza from
That
there.
shit's on love.
I didn't know they had.
I feel like Little
It's deep
Oven
dish.
is.
Ooh, but good.
But fire.
The only deep dish I had is from Little Caesars. That's not true pizza, guys.
Yeah.
It's good though.
I feel like
Pizza is good.
Little Oven is rated where it needs to be rated.
Properly rated?
Yeah, properly rated.
Yeah.
Not underrated, not overrated.
You gotta go to Lover's Deli, bro.
All right.
I gotta try
That's
that
new,
pizza.
right?
That sounds fire. That sounds fire.
It's like maybe a year and a half.
Yeah.
But it's
Just,
fire, bro.
Nah, I
It's
gotta
fire.
try. I've
Same
been wanting
owner
to. I
as,
see it, but like I just been wanting to try it. I just don't, you know.
Yeah.
End up getting something I know,
Yeah.
like
nah.
a place I know.
Yep.
I fuck with that Pretty Good Burger.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking
It's
same
the
guys,
owner.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're taking over Main
Strangers,
Street
right?
in Merced.
Strangers
Yep.
guy. Yeah. Eli.
They're taking over Main Street in
Oh,
Merced.
man.
They got Lover's
Congrats,
Deli. They got Pretty Good Burger. They got Lover's Deli. They got the barbershop.
Yep.
And then they're gonna start a new business called Friends Only or some shit. Oh shit, maybe I was supposed to say that. My bad.
Damn, got him.
Hey, they don't listen.
But yeah,
Or maybe they do. They're like, hey, they come after you.
but that's the shit. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna start some new, or maybe they put it out.
And they do the supermarket,
Yeah.
like the thrifts and all that, the pop-up events they never said. Man, they're dope as fuck.
Yeah,
They're supposed to do a podcast. I remember he mentioned, and I was gonna produce some songs. I sent him some beats for the
Nice.
podcast. It didn't happen, so I was kind of sad about that. But you know, hopefully someday it does happen.
Yeah, it's a process.
Yeah.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
They just need to connect with the right individual. You know what I mean? I.e. me, and we get it rocking. You know what I'm saying?
Do I get a final question too?
Yeah.
If you were
If you were a pickle,
I'd be soaking. I'd really be.
Oh man, I think that's good, man. We'll end on that note.
I'd be soaked.
ladies and gentlemen, this has been the SlowBurnHour with your host Slowburncrew, Donnie Blue, and Mage. We got Dubtown Rob in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful night.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.